Hi, this is Bill, and this is Mufasa Jeep. This is the first video of many that we plan on doing, and I'm a little nervous. It's my first video, so let's go ahead and get into it, and I can show you around the Jeep and just tell you where we're at with this one for now. We have 3 total, and I'll do a video of each one. But for now, we're just going to go over the main one, which is Mufasa Jeep. Mufasa Jeep started as a 2014 Sahara, and we used it. We had a lot of fun with it, and it got old, got a lot of miles on it, and before the warranty ran out, I decided I wanted a Gladiator. Why would I want to go from a 4-door to a Gladiator? Gladiators are easy to make big. We made this big with one simple lift kit. Right now we have a Skyjacker lift kit, 6.5 in the front, 4 in the rear, and 40-inch tires. After we did that, that instigated some other things. A lot of people will say, oh, don't put the big 40s on your stock Dana 44 axles on a Gladiator. I understand that, but we don't wheel really hard or haven't yet, so we didn't have to get into any of that as of now. But what we did have to do is, if you come around the front, I'll show you. As the Jeep sits, it has about 9,000 miles on it. We did the 2.5-ton Core 4x4 steering kit with the Apex ends, and immediately when I put these 40s on, I started getting a shimmy. It was the start of a death wobble. So the death wobble, where it typically starts, is either your tie rods or your ball joints. For this instance, with only 7,000 miles on it, it started at the ball joints. So we went ahead and put the Knurl TerraFlex HD ball joints in it, even it back out. We run this thing to all the biggest events. We will be at the Jeep Invasion, the Pigeon Forge Jeep Invasion this year, and we will drive this thing 745, 800 miles, whatever it is, one way, and I'll do over 70 miles an hour. It runs straight as an arrow, and it's a lot of fun. Right now, as it sets, there's probably approximately 28 rock lights underneath it. We really like our lighting, obviously. I'm a moderator for a local group here in Southwest Florida, Prodigy Off-Road. They're a really great group. We do a lot of really good things for charities, kids during Christmas, fallen officers, breast cancer. So we try to always do something good for people. Why not? You got to give back. Like, we're all blessed. I'm very blessed, and I don't forget where I came from. I'm just a blue-collar guy that likes working on Jeeps. I've been building Jeeps since probably 2001, and it started with a YJ. I'll always have a love for the early YJs because that was where it all started, and here's what it's turned into. It's a cult, obviously. So if we come around the Jeep, aftermarket bumpers, I like the shorty ones because the approach angle will hit tires before we hit a bumper. I like doing all the accessories in the accent color, so black and orange is my accents. The only reason we have a purple line here is because this one didn't do amber light. If I had it my way, they'd all be amber. I like one color lights so people don't hijack you at the shows and change your pink or purple or your yellow into blue or red and then you get pulled over by the police. Here's our logo, Mufasa Jeep. We've been to a couple events in this. We've been to Daytona Beach twice in Mufasa Jeep, and we did one Pigeon Forge Jeep Invasion in it so far. So we ripped the fenders off almost immediately. I didn't have it home a week. We lifted it, put the fenders on, steel bumpers, shorty. Like I said, Skyjackers up front. The only complaint I have about the Skyjacker lift kit system is almost within a few months we were driving pretty far away and we started hearing something that sounded like a bell. What is that noise in my Jeep? I have no idea. We get out, it's raining, we're all the way in Chattanooga, and come to find out the bushing that holds the shock was completely gone. Just erased, there wasn't a trace of it, completely surrounded in metal with a bolt through it. Who knows where it went? It Houdini'd, who knows, I don't know. But there I was in the rain with no tools, and we stopped at an auto parts store and we found the parts, and I probably said a few choice words, but we got it back together and got it back on the road. Since then I've changed 4 more of those same rubber grommets that hold your shock down at the bottom of your axle. So the only complaint I have over the Skyjacker lift would be those grommets are garbage. Like, there's no other way to say it. So I got the little shorty steps. I wanted something small. They're a rock rail and a step. These are Red Rock. And then same thing with the rear fenders to match the front. Inner liners, we switched. We went with a inexpensive tire, not tire, but rim. These rims are just the Rock Tricks. You can get them off Amazon. They're super cheap. And let's be honest, the biggest change you can make to a Jeep is once you lift it and put those big old tires in it, that's when you stand back and go, oh yeah, that's my Jeep, it's awesome. With those 28 Rock lights, just recently, a couple months ago, I added like 8 in the bed. And then we did the spare tire mount in the bed as well with the 40 that matches the rest of the 40. So if we ever get in any trouble, we have a spare tire that we could take off. And then, because I mean, it's nothing like being 800 miles away from home and going, hey, I need another 40-inch tire. None of your local Firestones or any of those other places are going to have a 40-inch tire ready for you to go. And that would be horrible, being stuck that far away from home with no tires to put on your car. So that's why we did the extra spare. Obviously, it wouldn't fit underneath. We deleted the surround underneath because you don't need that extra junk if you can't put the tire under there anyhow. Come to the back. We got a Fishbone Off-Road. We bought that at Jeep Beach. It's a pretty good bumper. I like the way it looks. It's tucked around and it curls around real nicely right here. I liked that it had the D-rings, so that was the biggest selling point for me. The coating seems really, really nice on this. I was really surprised at how good this coating was. I do have one complaint. My rear sensors, there wasn't a mount for it, so we just kind of tucked them up underneath there, zip tied them up, and that's where they live right now. I didn't like them anyhow, because every time anything would be behind you, even a tree, it'd beep at you like you were going to run into a tree that was stationary. So I thought they were silly anyhow, those sensors. All right, keep coming this way. Obviously we got our decals, so I'll tell you about a couple of our decals. First one is a JBMC legacy build. The JBMC is a family only tag that we put on all the family vehicles. So obviously my wife, she has them on her Jeep, which we'll talk about at a different date, and her other Jeep. My brother is also, it was like both of us, we were always into Jeeps, so we've kind of shared the love for Jeeps. And he lives in Ohio, we live in Florida. It's very hard, but we get together during some of the bigger Jeep events, which is really cool because I get to see him and I miss my family. But so the only time you'll ever see this, unless somebody duplicates it, obviously, is a JBMC legacy build is just a family legacy build. We build our own. For me, these were built in the driveway. Like these do not fit in the garage. I wish they did. Maybe we get a fan and some air or something in there, but it doesn't work like that. And yeah, we're crippled for 3 days after we're lifting them all and stuff. You're all bruised up, your hips and everything. But the end result is awesome. I mean, like, I'm proud to own the Jeep that I have, and I'm proud to have built the other ones that I've built throughout my life. This is the one we have now. I'm very proud of it. It has very low miles. Hopefully we see everybody at events and stuff like that. If you see us at an event, please come up, say hi. This is one of many videos, so this is just the start. I just wanted to introduce myself, introduce the Jeep. I'm Bill Cruz. This is Mufasa Jeep. This is like the top tier one of our little group right now. And like and subscribe. We definitely want to build this brand and build this bunch of viewers. And we'll be adding more videos, obviously, with the other two Jeeps. The other two Jeeps, one would be my wife's. It's a 23 Gladiator, just like this, except for hers is a little bougier. It's a high altitude. This was just a Sport S when it first started. Hers has the leather and all the fancy stuff, but that's Sub-Zero Jeep. And then later on, we'll get into one that I really geek out about, and a lot of people do. The older Jeeps are very cool. So the 2001 TJ that we built is probably the most capable Jeep we have in the driveway, because it's the oldest one and the one we've had probably, well, it's definitely the one we've had the longest. So when we get to talk about the 2001, there's a lot of stuff to go over, and it's all really cool stuff. We went overboard. We'll never get out of it what we've put into this Jeep, but it's pretty cool. So stay tuned, and we'll have 2 more videos coming up with the other 2 Jeeps. And then once we get the Pigeon Forge, obviously we're going to add a whole bunch of content there. We'll be doing a lot of cool stuff, but thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.